All right, in this video, we're going to look at the square root function. Our most basic square root function is going to be y equals the square root of x. Now, if you go and put this one in your calculator, you're going to get a lot of decimals. You don't have to graph all those decimals. Instead, I would choose the ones that are nice numbers. As long as you can get enough points that you can get the shape of the graph, you don't have to plot all those decimals. So I think the easiest one, oh, and the other thing is when you look at your calculator on this, you're probably going to see a bunch of errors, mainly in the negative numbers. And that's because you can't take the square root of a negative number. So those points don't get plotted either. So the table for the square root function looks kind of like this: 0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, 9, 3. That's probably the easiest way. And so when you plot this, you're going to get this. There you go. And so this is a nice smooth curve. And it starts at 0, 0, or wherever it starts, depending on how we move it around. We translate it. But it doesn't go past. So there shouldn't be any graph over here because that's where this graph is undefined. That's where you get those errors. So this only has the arrow in one direction, which is going to affect both our domain and our range. So this particular function, again, domain is left to right. This has a left-hand starting point. It's at 0. And on the right-hand side, it goes to infinity. So the domain for this is 0 to infinity. It has a stopping point on the left-hand side, but goes forever on the right-hand side. Same thing with the range. This has a bottom. The bottom is at 0, and this goes forever upwards. It looks like it's going to level out, but it doesn't. It will continue getting bigger. So the range is 0 to infinity also. So this has the same domain and range. Remember, the domain and range will change if I move this function around, but the parent function has this type of domain and range.